Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be unboxing the HGUC Dijeh. So the Dijeh was something that we didn't really have a new kit of it for a long time, since the old 80s kits. Then finally we got the RE kit just a couple of years back, and that was a pretty nice kit, though like most REs it was a little bit lacking in the articulation area, but it was really nicely detailed, and it was a pretty nice looking version of the Dijeh. But now we have it in HGUC, and it's going to be a lot more posable, a lot better articulated. Not as, of course, detailed as the RE version, but it still should be pretty nice. So if you're a fan of the design, this should be a really nice kit. Now, me personally, not really all that big on the Dijeh's design, to be honest. But this kit does look really nice, so I think with some changes, which I think we might take a look at in a future series, this could be pretty cool. So that's just a little hint as to what I've got planned for this guy. But in the meantime, let's get it unboxed and reviewed. So really cool box art here on the front, of course, just focusing on the Dijeh, one of the Dijeh's signature weapons here, the beam naginata there, and then it of course just has the same beam rifle basically as the Hyakushiki, which you can see there in the background, as well as the Psycho Gundam there. So pretty cool artwork here if you're a fan of Zeta. That's a pretty nice Zeta artwork there. Anyway, this is number 219 in the line. Going around here onto the bottom of the box, we just got a look there at the front and the back of the kit when it's painted up. But out of the box, it should look pretty close to that in terms of what's in plastic. I think the stickers probably aren't going to be too bad for this kit, I would think. And then actions, we got different action poses here showing about the soft material used for the tubes. Not really into that, so hopefully that's not too bad. Soft material is not easy to paint, that's the problem. And then we've got just the hands here. It looks to be like probably the same hands that we see for like the Origins kits, as well as the real grade Shinanju and other like recent Xeon style hands, even though this is not a Xeon kit, not a Xeon mobile suit, I should say. And then other gimmicks, just showing off some of the articulation gimmicks here in the stomach section, the skirts, the shoulders, and everything. The shoulders look really nice there. And then the weapons, again, the beam rifle and the clay bazooka, the same as the HD Revive Hyakushiki, I'm guessing. And the beam naginata, which might be new. I'm not sure, we'll see in a moment. On the other side, we've got some information here in Japanese and English, and a nice CG kind of artwork there, again, of the scene, basically from the front of the box, but just from a kind of different angle. And no more list price listed on these anymore. I don't know what that is about. I think that's something that's starting from like December of 2018, but the list price is not listed on here actually. So I think I'd heard that that is going to be a new thing, that's not going to be on there anymore. I'm not sure the reasoning or what the point of that is. But in case any of you guys were wondering, the list price for this was 1,900 yen, so just under 2,000 yen, which is not bad. It's still a little bit high, but considering a lot of HGs have been coming out lately around 2,000, 2,200 yen, being under 2,000 yen is not bad if it's a nice solid kit, which it looks to be. And the part separation, the articulation, everything does look to be really nice on this. So I don't think that price tag is going to be too bad. I can see those soft parts there. Again, not happy about that, but we'll explore alternatives, I think. In the meantime, here is the manual, just typical HGUC style manual. Nice big reference image there of the kit painted up in all the official colors. Some nice information here on the side, statistics and weapons and everything about the kit. On the other side, just again, action poses showing off some of the details of the kit. Same kind of stuff that we saw on the outside of the box there. Again, some information there in Japanese and English. Focus, please. There we go. Thank you. All right, you can read that if you want. And then down here, our color guide. Here's the color guide there in Japanese and English. Pretty interesting shade of green the Dijeh is. Not really too big of a fan of this color scheme. That's kind of one of the things. The design is not bad. It's a pretty interesting kind of Gelgoog looking design, sort of. But the color scheme is just a little whack, in my opinion. But there you go, some more information here, a bunch more information in Japanese and English. Again, I'll just kind of pass by some of this stuff, so you can pause the video if you want to read some more about the head, the clay bazooka. Or here we've got some there about the beam rifle, and then down here the beam naginata. Although, again, I'm sure a lot of this stuff is on the wiki page already. Here about the shield there as well. But if you're too lazy to look up the wiki article, you can pause the video there if you want. We've got our parts list here, and it looks like everything is going to be new for this kit, except for this runner here, that C3 runner. I'm guessing is the same runner that we saw again with the Hyakushiki Revive kit, which would be number 200 in the line. I don't think that was used before that. I think that's from that kit originally, but we'll find out here in a moment when we take a look at the runners. But construction is going to be pretty normal. Body, head, arms, legs. And then, where are we? Over here to the waist, finally. And then just finishing up the construction there with the backpack, or at least like the center part of the backpack. And going around to our color pages here is building the kind of wings on there. One of the aspects of the design that I don't care for at all is the wings on the back of this thing. But there you go. For what it's worth, there those are. And then the weapons, again, there as well. Pretty simple, but pretty nice. Let's take a look at the runners. Alright, so here is that foil sticker sheet, and like I guessed, it is very minimal, so we've got just a couple little ones there for the eyes and cameras, and then these yellow ones here, just a couple tiny little yellow color apps that go on the side of the shield, but that's pretty much it, so very minimal. We've got PC002 for our standard polycaps here in gray, and then SB20 for our clear yellow beam effect parts here for this. This runner is dated 2018, I'm not sure if this is actually new for this kit or not, if this has been used before. As far as I would guess, I think this is new, but correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, so starting off here with runner A1 is all in this dark navy blue color, and this is labeled HG144 scale DJ, so it's new, of course, for this kit. And then we have runner A2 as well for a copy of this section of the runner down here. The runner B1 is going to be all of our kind of light seafoam green kind of color here for the rest of the main armor. And we've got runner B2 for a copy of this half of the runner here for stuff for the arms and legs and wings. And the runner C3 here is obviously our weapons. Now this runner is the exact runner from the HGUC, which came out in 2016, but this runner is labeled 2018 just because I guess it's just a new version of it, but it's the same runner basically. And it's labeled HG144 scale bazooka and rifle, so it doesn't have a particular mobile suit name on there. Runner D1 here is in a light, slightly purplish gray color. And then we do have runner D2 as well for this section over here. This is just parts for the kind of frame parts, joint parts, hands, and things like that, thruster bells and all that. Runner E1 is our yellow parts, so we got parts for the beam naginata, the chest vents, and the collar there in this kind of nice, slightly orangish yellow. And then runner E2 is our red parts, a couple of vent parts there, as well as like the cockpit hatch in red. And again, nice shade of red. It's not super bright. It's kind of a little bit dull, a little bit dark colored red, so it's pretty good. Runner F in a very dark gray here basically gives you the part for the shield, and then this part here, which I want to call your attention to. This is two different parts here for the eyes. Now both of them have the same main center camera there, but you can see the lower one also has this set of like kind of normal mobile suit or Gundam eyes on the side of the kind of visor part there as well. So it's pretty cool. You can make it with the version with the actual kind of Gundam eyes in there instead of just or together with the main camera if you want. So pretty interesting. And then finally, back in that light gray color again, here we have runner G, which unfortunately is in this soft rubbery plastic here for the tubes that will go on the back of the head as well as on the back of the knee joints. So yeah, not happy about this, but we'll see if, you know, most of the time when we have soft rubber parts like this for kits, I don't really feel like it's really necessary for the articulation. And this one, it might be, especially like for the knees. And for the head, I guess, to make sure that this doesn't inhibit the articulation too much if these were like a hard, rigid plastic. But that said, usually on them, the mold lines on them are bad. And that's usually like kind of like the double punch with these is that not only are they hard to paint because the paint doesn't stick to them, but then they also have ugly mold lines down the side of them. But these, the mold lines are pretty minimal. So even if you didn't want to use these and maybe just not bother painting them, I think you could probably get away with it. Without them looking too bad. And so there we have the DJ. I gotta say, really excited for this kit. Again, that's coming from someone who's not really too big of a fan of the design of the DJ. The kit looks really super nice. So I think with some changes to it, and definitely some changes to this color scheme, we should be able to come up with something pretty cool. And I do have something in mind for this. So after the review, that won't be the last we see of this kit. I'll tell you that now. So we'll stay tuned for that in the near future. In the meantime, I'll have the review coming up for you guys just next. So watch for that. And as always, a huge thank you to USA Gundam Store for sponsoring the review, guys. Check the link to their site down below and use that coupon code there to save 10% off everything on their site. So with that, guys, any other questions or comments, leave those down in the comments section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the review. Bye-bye. Hey! Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to check the kit out for yourself, you can head over to USA Gundam Store. Use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10. Save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.